Hi guys, EBPMAN with Tablets for Me. And today we're going to take a look at the Samsung Galaxy Tab S 8.4. We're going to take a look at just some of the physical features of the tablet, go over some of the specs, followed by a startup and a further in-depth review. So let's take a look and see what's unique about this tablet. So this tablet has, first of all, one of the things that we want to start out with is obviously the screen. The screen resolution, well, this is an 8.4 inch screen with a 2560 by 1600 resolution screen. What sets this apart from the previous tablets issued by Samsung is that this is a Super AMOLED display, and we're going to see what that means when we start it up and we see some of the detail that you get from the actual tablet and how the colors are more vibrant. In addition to that, as you can see here at the very top, let me make sure that I'm right there. There we go. At the very top, we have here a 8 megapixel camera in the back, right, with a flash, and then in the front, what we have is a 2.1 megapixel camera. The processor on this device or this tablet, it's actually a octa-core processor, which means it has 8 cores that are operating at different times. So 4 cores that process at 1.9 and 4 cores that process at 1.3 gigahertz. So really fast tablet when you look at the specs. Just like the Samsung Galaxy S5, the home button here also works as a fingerprint scanner. So you're going to be able to use this to be able to scan your finger so that you can gain access to the tablet. It does have 3 gig of RAM, and that's different as you compare it to some of the other tablets. So you have 3 gigs of processing RAM. That means opening programs. That means not storage, but again, as you're using your tablet, it's going to be able to operate off of 3 gigs. Your phones, for example, typically have 2 gigs. So you have now 1 extra gig of I would say, processing RAM. Also, what we have is on this side here, we have our IRD blaster. So this is what you use to change the channel on your television set. You have support for your micro SD. So you'll be able to put in a micro SD, and this I believe supports up to 128 28 gig. So that's impressive. We also then have a 4,900 milliamp hour battery. So decent sized battery, and Samsung claims that you'll be able to get up to 12 hours of usage. The playback on the device is capable of playing at higher than what you find on your televisions, because what you have is 1440p. Again, when you think about your TVs, you see 1080p a lot, but this is 1440p playback capabilities, so much higher than what you see on your television set. And then when it comes to recording, what you can record from the camera, you can actually record at full HD 1080p. So what else has changed? One of the things that I'll highlight, especially if you haven't used any of the new tablets, is that you have your back button and then you have your multi-tab button. This multi-tab button basically allows you to click it once to be able to bring up all the applications that you have active and switch between them, so that for multitasking. And if you press and hold, what this will do is it will bring up your menu. So this is multifunction. On the bottom, if we look here, what you'll see is that you have a speaker. In the Samsung Galaxy Tab Pro 8.4, you have 2 speakers. This one actually has 1 here, and the reason for that is because you have your other speaker here. Let's see if you see that right there. So there it is. So 1 on each side. You also have your headphone jack, and your headphone jack actually switched places. It used to be here at the top. Now it's here at the bottom. You have your micro USB charging cable. Goes here. As we said earlier, you talked about the micro SD and the IR blaster. You have your volume rocker here, and then you have your power button. If we continue to move around, you have a pinhole mic. You have the other speaker, and again, it's really designed so that you can hold your tablet like this, and you'd get your speaker surround sound on each side. Nothing on this side. And what has changed, though, if we look right here for a second, we'll focus on this area, is you have these buttons here that are depressible. Let's make sure that you can see that really good. See how it depresses? Make sure it's in focus. See that with those buttons? Well, there are cases that are unique to Samsung that basically give you the ability to snap in here. So it snaps in. Apple uses a magnetic kind of clasp that just snaps on. So does Microsoft with their Surface, but this one actually has a physical snap in. So we'll see how that holds up over time. So that was kind of a physical review of the different aspects of the Samsung Galaxy Tab S 8.4. We'll have another video in depth with the startup and the actual software coming up soon.